On this episode, I'm visiting the source of River Nile in Jinja, Uganda. Discovered by Hanning Speke on 3rd August 1858, the spot you're about to see is considered the genesis of the longest river in the world.
Just the same way they built for Jesus, next to the waters. So he was putting it next to the waters so that if the enemy comes from the land, he can attack. If the enemy comes from the waters, he had all the ammunition, he had all the guns, because he was afraid of British rabbit shoulders. Yeah. So that is how that hill came about.
Now I have a question.
Sure.
How come you guys these people are fishing right now, right?
Yes, they are.
How come they're fishing during the day? You know, in Kenya people fish mostly at night.
What major fish do they catch in the night? In Kenya?
In Kenya mostly it is tilapia, Nile perch, there is mudfish, there is daga, omena.
Omena.
Yes.
So omena is what is usually caught in the night. So what happens is
Omena is caught in the night.
that's the silver fish,
Yes.
the small one. Now those guys are there, and you see them concentrated in one place. Now that is where beneath, for you on top you see water flowing the same way, but beneath the waters there is a huge flow going out of the lake. Like I was telling you, that is the Napoleon Gulf. So this is the lowermost part of the lake. You know, like you have a basin, then you tilt it. There is that part where the water flows out. So this is the lowermost part of Lake Victoria. You get? So, but then it is the uppermost part of the river. Because see where we are now here, the river begins from this way. That's why you realize that the waters on the other side have waves, and the waters on this side have a current. So this water starts to flow in one direction. But this way the water doesn't have a specific direction. You get? It's like stagnant. So those guys are there because at that point the water is gushing out. It reaches and it's narrowing down and it's gushing out. So when it does that, it collects fish. There's like all this fish and everything that comes with the pressure, and then they take it. So for them, they're using hooks. Other guys away from there, they use nets, and there's also what we call the cage fish farming. I don't know if you guys have cage fish farming back in Kenya. Sorry, here. So this used to be an island. From that toilet there, that used to be our toilet there, up here. And I'll tell you what, where we are now is the 0 point in the river. You see the bubbling here? That bubbling is the reason we call it the 0 point, because there is water coming from the lake, and then there is spring water. There is water coming from underground. So when the two waters meet, they collide and form that. What you see. If you look down there, you will see it's like something is coming from water is coming from underground, seeming like it's boiling. You get? So same thing here, but no. What's funny now, or what's unfortunate, is that you guys cannot see the exact way the water will flow back in the night. Because we've had lots of water increasing. For example, that entire island has been submerged by the water. We have an infinity pool there. You guys will get to reach it if you can swim. But back then, the water here would sprout out like half a meter. You could see the bubbling of water from down.
Back then, before there was too much water.
Yeah, before the water level was increasing so much. So here is our 0 point. We have a small monument here, which proves that you've been to the source. You've been to the only place where the River Nile starts from. And the River Nile is within about the Nile. So you are in a sacred river.
I have a question.
Okay.
You know, in every country, like we've been to Burundi.
Yeah. Burundi say they have the River Nile.
No. We've been to Rwanda. I've watched a documentary about Burundi, and you guys, Uganda. All of you people say you have the source of River Nile. Now, yes, even Burundi, there is a place where they say that it is the source of River Nile. People in Rwanda also say they have the source of River Nile. Now, even in Uganda, right now where we are, it is the source of River Nile. Now, which is the true source of River Nile?
Okay, I'll answer your question in a very simple one. Before any of us, before the documentation of the source of the Nile, before John Speke coming here, even the locals here knew this place as Mama Chida. Now, Chira is the name of the river. Now, Mama is like mother. So this area was called Mama Chira. When James Peak visited in 1862, if you look over on the other side, there is like a maroon monument or pillar going through the trees.
Yes.
That maroon, no, here on this hill here. Yes. Now that there's a pillar there. It's called the Jones Peak Monument. Now that is what Jones Peak didn't even reach here. He stood there. But I'm speaking of over 200 years, because that was in 1862. You get when we visited. Trust me, this entire place was virgin. You get the waterfalls. There was a waterfall where you see a boat. That boat there. There is like a rock. Standalone rock in the middle of the water. That waterfall is what he named Ripon. Ripon at the time was the president of the Royal Geographical Society back in England. So the British were mapping, they kept on mapping the global map. You get? Now, what does it, why do all those countries claim the source of the Nile? When John Speak, before he came here, he started in Tanganyika. He was in Lake Tanganyika and he thought that was the source. But then as he kept on going northwards, he realized that there wasn't more flow. So the Tanganyika River, being in the Rift Valley, it's a rapid. So there was no rivers going out on, going northwards. Okay. So he moves forward. He comes through Burundi. There were different water sources, there were different rivers. But you realize that River Kagera starts from Rwanda. Yeah. Now, the Rwandese claim the source of the Nile because of River Kagera. River Kagera starts from Rwanda and pours into Lake Victoria. And we have so many rivers pouring into Lake Victoria. We have River Kadonga. We have so many rivers coming from the Resort Mountain Resorts. Now, what makes this the source of the Nile is not what John Speak discovered or what other people have said, but the geographical understanding. You understand that when a mass water body, like I was telling you about the Napoleon Gulf is the largest bay on Lake Victoria. But also, the way it narrows down, it narrows down and it creates a channel that protrudes and creates what? The river. You all know that River Nile is the major outlet for Lake Victoria. And that is because of the Napoleon Gulf. Now, geographically, for any massive water body like a lake or a well, there has to be a gulf for a river to start. That is what you call the source. Okay. Now, what's even worse is that at this very point there are springs. You get from beneath, from the bottom of the ground. Wherever that water comes from, no one can tell you, because ideally there are so many springs across the around the country. And so there are springs. So there are so many. They didn't just springs that are everywhere. So the geographical understanding the next information is what is because of the gulf of the springs.
So scientifically, this is the right source of the Nile.
Yes.
But
Because
the other ones are just
also, you're going to realize that there are different rivers with different water concentration. So this water you see, there are different concentrations. There are some waters that have a higher salt concentration maybe, or higher HP, lower HP, all those are scientific terms. But when pH. Now, when some of that water is different, you'll even notice a difference. If it flows here, take for example this water, it flows through Lake Choga. When you get Lake Choga and see the Nile just goes through Lake Choga like this. It does not connect with the lake water. It just goes through. The lake water remains the way it is. Because otherwise Choga would also say we have the source of it. It just goes through it. I don't know if you guys have been to Kenya, at the border of Kenya and Uganda on the lake, at River Nile. When you get River Nile, you will see a clear demarcation of the river. Because the river contents are different from what is in the lake already. The river flows into the lake up to so many miles. You can follow it and realize that this is a stream and this is yes. But now this is almost the same water. So that is why you don't see a big difference. Yeah. So we're gonna get up here, have a few pictures, unless you guys have questions. You seem scared. Hi guys.
Yes, hello. How are
So where is the monument?
There is that.
Ah, right. Thank you. Thank you.
The source of River Nile.
We can sing from inside.
So that's the infinity pool, and we are at the source of River Nile. Yeah, you can see the water is coming from the ground. And that's an infinity pool according to our guide, Mr. Finn.
The water is flowing, sorry. The water is flowing like this. The water is flowing like this, but when it gets here, it's like it's flat. It's like there's something from the ground. There, exactly there. You see the difference? Here there are ripples, but there is nothing. It's almost flat because the water is coming from below. So it's affecting the whole movement of water.
So, Liv, have you been to the source of River Nile before?
Yes, I've been here before.
Okay.
But today I've gotten a different explanation of why this is the real source of River Nile, because it is geographically and scientifically supported. Yes.